Welcome to the State of the School for St. Dominic's School 2019-2020. No one could have predicted back in August as we began the school year that we would be ending it this way. As unusual as this has been, I am amazed every day by our entire school community. I know that many of you, like me, are curious about what the 2020-2021 school year is going to look like. Please know that I am working with Father Tom and the Diocese of Cleveland to put together a comprehensive plan that will cover a wide range of possible scenarios, from fully open to 100% virtual and everything in between. I can assure you, though, that we will be ready for whatever school looks like in August, with the top priority, of course, being the health and safety of our school community. Before we start thinking about next year, however, I wanted you as parents to have an opportunity to look back at the 2019-2020 school year and all that we have accomplished. This video is an attempt to give you a recap of the year and a way to let you know all that's been happening at St. Dominic's School that you may not have been aware of. We are always so grateful that you have entrusted your children to us, and I thank you for taking the time to watch this look back at the 2019-2020 school year. So let's talk about our students' ability to grow in faith this year. As we began the year, we knew that our theme would be a continuation of last year's focus on Pope Francis's Rejoice and Be Glad, the Gaudete et Exultate, which is a guide to true happiness. The Pope encourages us to use the Beatitudes as a way to that happiness. Thanks to Religion Director Liz Wakanish, we set out with a plan this year to turn all of Jesus's 8 Beatitudes into simpler statements that our students could learn about in order to live out those paths to holiness. Back in August, our teachers gathered for retreat day to learn about how the Beatitudes apply to our work life. And the students had an opportunity to participate in a retreat in September. Each month after that, they learned a new Beatitude and got to practice and pray about it. Father Tom, once again, has provided us with amazing spiritual guidance. We're so grateful for the masses we were able to attend until March, and we appreciate now those virtual children's masses on Fridays. We began the school year sharing in a Sunday Mass together, which is a tradition that we would like to continue. There's no better way to begin a school year than by joining together with the parish community to celebrate our faith. We also continue to benefit from having catechesis of the Good Shepherd as part of our religious education program in grades K through 3. Father Tom told me that he has noticed a difference in liturgical knowledge and in even student behavior from the students who are able to participate in that program. And we are so grateful to Carrie Cupp for keeping that program going here at our school. The faith development of our students is our highest priority, whether we are in the building or not. And I am so grateful to you parents for stepping up and doing just a remarkable job of providing spiritual direction for your children, watching Mass together, participating in other ways. Family truly is domestic church. And right now we are having an opportunity to see that lived out today more than ever. Let's take a look at academics now. Learning together this year. So this was the fourth year out of our 5th year accreditation plan. And as outlined in the plan, we now have a fully functional STREAM lab. Each grade level has opportunities to complete STREAM learning activities throughout the year. In addition, Mrs. Pastori coordinated our school-wide STREAM program by holding the Cardboard Challenge. This event took months of work and showed us great examples of how the disciplines of science, technology, religion, engineering, art, and math can work together to create solutions to some real-world problems. In this case, what to do with discarded recyclable materials. At the beginning of the year, our teachers also received some training on project-based learning, which is a good framework for student-driven learning. Each grade level planned for a longer-term project in which students would work in small groups to answer driving questions. These projects are cross-curricular and are relevant to the real world. For example, our 7th grade students created biopolymers, which were designed to help reduce plastic pollution. Our fifth graders determined why it was important now to study the pre-Columbian cultures of Central America, and they presented their understanding to community members from the 60 Plus Club. And our kindergarten students did research to learn about habitats for some animals, and they learned all about those animals, and they were able to create habitats for them out of shoeboxes and make models of the animals, which was a really neat way to demonstrate all that they had learned. Some of the classes were unable to complete their projects because of the shutdown, but this will be part of the learning at St. Dominic's School going forward, because the skills that project-based learning teach are so important for our students. They include learning how to collaborate effectively, how to be creative, how to organize your work and work independently, and of course, how to solve real-world problems. St. Dominic's School students continue to shine in and out of the classroom with other accomplishments, and here are just a few. Our entire student body placed in the high growth, high achievement quadrant on the MAP tests last spring. That means that the majority of our students, the high average of our students, were not only at the top academically, but also were growing academically, which is lovely. Unfortunately, we didn't get MAP test scores this spring, but we will look again in the fall and see where everybody is and make some good plans for growth from there. Our fifth and sixth grade girls soccer team won the city championship in the fall, which was a huge accomplishment. As a school, we raised over $8,000 during our mustard seed run, which means we can provide tuition for all our sponsored college students in El Salvador for 2 years. And we were also able to, during that time, raise some extra money to use for the residents at Matt Talbot Inn during our Red Ribbon Week. Even though NeoCef was canceled, we still had 10 students who would have qualified for that science competition, and they did an amazing job at our very own St. Dominic's School Science Fair. Our eighth grade Power of the Pen team came in third at districts, and our seventh grade team came in second at that competition. In addition, 9 out of the 12 students who competed qualified for the next level, which was the regional competition, which was held last week remotely. 3 of our third grade students won the Catholic War Veterans Keep Christ in Christmas coloring book contest. Our 7th grade girls won the St. Dominic basketball tournament, and our 8th grade came in second. 2 of our 6th grade students came in first place at the St. Ignatius Catapult competition for entrepreneurs, and they won $1,000 to start a business. They were part of our new after-school entrepreneurial club, Alpha Jump. One of our 5th grade math teams earned trophies at the Greater Cleveland Council of Teachers of Mathematics competition at Hathaway Brown. The remaining 5th grade team and both 6th grade teams won blue ribbons, and at the 7th and 8th grade competition, all our teams there earned red ribbons. Day in and day out, our students have done some amazing work, which you can see from the accolades here. Even more important, though, is just the hard work and learning that takes place every day in the classrooms in this building and now at home. Let's take a look at our graduating class, the class of 2020. This class graduates on June 5th. They are headed off to a variety of high schools. And even though their graduation will look a little different this year, I hope they know how proud we are of all of that group, all that they have accomplished during their time here at St. Dominic's School. They have shared their gifts with us in so many ways, and we know they are off to do great things and will represent us well. In the fall, I sent a survey to recent graduates of our school to ask them about how well they felt they were prepared for high school. And I was pretty pleased with the results. As you can see from this survey, 27 out of the 30 respondents felt that they were well or exceptionally well prepared for high school. This speaks to the high quality instruction that our students received throughout their time at St. Dominic's School. Now we'll take a look at enrollment and marketing. I do anticipate some enrollment changes due to the financial impact of the shutdown, but at this point, I am optimistic about our numbers for next year. As you can see from this chart, we continue to grow, and we have many classes that are full or close to full. In fact, we are at 88% capacity right now in overall in grades K through 8. The key to our enrollment is our current families. Your recommendation carries so much weight, and I'm always pleased to see when someone calls or sends me an email requesting information that way they heard about us is through one of our very own St. Dominic families. We're especially pleased to see some growth in enrollment in parish families. That's really important. We are a parish school, and we want our parish families to take advantage of the wonderful educational opportunity that is right here attached to the church that they attend each week. So that is an area where we continue to grow, and we look to keep that going in the future. We had good open houses. Both of them were well attended. And we are bringing in some nice families and nice students into our school this year. During the 2019-2020 school year, we started matching incoming families with buddy families. That seemed to help a lot with the transition to a new school for those incoming families. And we will do the same for next year. Welcoming families is something that was an area of growth for St. Dominic Schools. So it was nice to see it improve. And we'll keep working on that to make sure that our new families know what's going on and have a resource they can reach out to whenever they have questions. In terms of marketing, we'll continue to market by running ads in Shaker Magazine and by using direct email campaigns, especially to parish families. In addition, we're going to start using some paid ads on social media to let people know about upcoming events and school achievements. Our website is being redone right now, and we hope to have that live soon. So overall, I feel good. I'm working on a marketing plan moving forward, but it should coordinate pretty nicely with when we get back into our accreditation cycle and beginning that after next year. Let's talk about finances. Like so many areas of life right now, the shutdown will likely have an impact on the financial health of the school. But right now, we are still in good shape. The total school budget this year, while we were excluding aftercare and lunch, was $1,206,477. If you look at the numbers here, you can see that in terms of income, which comes from tuition, and it comes from state support, something called mandated services. Everything that I do, that our teachers do, that is something that would be required in a public school or required by the state, gets reimbursement when we submit those reports. So we bring in money for that. And then we have, of course, endowment and fundraising for a total income of $1,046,181. Our expenses is the biggest category by far is salaries. Salaries make up 87% of our school budget. And our total there is 1 million. When we add in other expenses, it's $1,384,589. I do want to mention that it's so important that we are good stewards of our resources. You can see that the parish does provide a tremendous amount of support for us by covering that difference in what we bring in and what we spend. And, it's important that we be able to pay our teachers so that we can recruit and retain high quality teachers and staff, but keeping that balance and not having the church take on an even greater burden of support for us is one of the main challenges we face as a Catholic school. I'm so grateful to our Parish Finance Council, to Business Manager Karen McDevitt Honorato, and to Father Tom for their financial support and guidance. One very nice thing that we've been able to do, thanks to the sound financial management of the parish, is to continue to pay our part-time and hourly employees through this shutdown. But we do have to be mindful as we look to next year to not be spending money unnecessarily. So keeping that in mind, if you are able to help in any way and support the parish a little bit more so that they can continue to give us their support, that would be lovely. And please know, for those of you who are struggling right now or cannot, that we will work with you as we head into next year. Our staffing for next year, I am thrilled to say that we will have 100% of our teaching and other staff returning next year. We do have one addition, though. I want to introduce Magdalene Schenkelberg, who will be serving as our new aftercare director. She has been part of the St. Dominic school community as a cafeteria staff, but she is excited to take on a new challenge. She and I are working together right now to revamp our aftercare program And we're looking right now at really good best practices for after-school programming. I'm excited to work with her moving forward, and we're happy to welcome her to the staff here. Another area that may see some new staff, depending on what fall looks like, is our intervention team. We are looking for someone to coordinate our John Peterson program for special education. We are part of Better Together in the Diocese of Cleveland, which offers an exceptional Catholic education for every student. So students who do have learning disabilities are welcome in our school, and we can provide services for them as needed. So we will be adding some part-time staff to that, but really also looking for that full-time coordinator of all of those John Peterson students. Julie Pastore will continue to oversee the STREAM learning for the year and will provide enrichment at teacher request for various students. So to conclude this message, I just want you, our St. Dominic School families, to know that it is an absolute privilege to serve as the principal of this school. Do not ever hesitate to ask me questions or share your concerns. We're in good shape. We have strong parish support, we have engaged parents, we have wonderful students, and we have top-notch teachers. But no school is perfect. And so it's my job to reflect, to analyze, and to make changes as needed. And what makes our school most special, of course, are the people here. And what makes a Catholic school so special is that we are a people of God. As Pope Francis said, to help children, boys and girls, young men, women, and adults to know and love the Lord evermore is one of the most beautiful educational adventures, for it comprises the Church. Thank you all for listening, and please let me know if you have any questions.